You're watching Tamaqua's Choice for news, weather, and live local sports. WYLN, we're your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. A police chase led to the arrests of 2 people on Christmas Eve. Hazleton police took 20-year-old Ryan Durland and 24-year-old Julie Wheeler into custody on South Broad Street in West Hazleton. It all began with the theft of a vehicle on North Vine Street. Then another occurred Monday afternoon, this one along West First Street. There, police say Durland was caught on security video. Another vehicle taken from a parking lot later in the day in Hometown was spotted by officers. After a chase, police caught up with the pair. Hazleton police were called out early Christmas morning to reports of a 3-year-old child running along back and forth in the 800 block of North Church Street. The little boy was wearing pajamas and shoes. A person was able to secure the child, warming him with blankets until officers arrived. The child was taken into the custody of Children and Youth. A few hours later, a man and woman went to police to report that their son was missing. After being interviewed, it was determined that there was no neglect on their part, and they were reunited with their child. City Council meeting agendas were greeted with mixed reviews from the public. The revised agenda made its debut at Council's December 5th meeting and is meant to make it easier for the public to follow. An administrative assistant who handles information and reception duties at City Hall translates the agenda items after Council releases its copy to administration in advance of their public meetings. More Spanish speakers are using the phone line the city has set up earlier this year to connect residents with an operator fluent in both English and Spanish, and more Hispanics are participating at public council meetings. The city included the interpretation on the agenda while it continues negotiating a language access plan with the U.S. Department of Justice. The city of Hazleton has plans to hire more firefighters in 2019. Hazleton will hire 5 new career firefighters within the first few weeks of the new year. The hires will replace retirees and use a grant to fill 2 new positions. The city's Civil Service Commission voted to present the names of 7 firefighter applicants who scored highest on civil service testing to the mayor. Mayor Jeff Cassat will select 5 candidates from the list to fill the positions that opened or will open within the next few months. The city received a $360,000 grant from Homeland Security for staffing and adequate fire and emergency response program, with which they will pay for 3 of the positions. The city will now have 3 paid fire chiefs and 20 firefighters. City Fire Chief Donald Leschko said the city must keep a minimum of 23 full-time firefighters on staff to comply with the grant that will last for 3 years. The starting salary of a new firefighter as of January 1st, 2019 is $45,684. The Hazleton Area School District overspent by $523,000. That's according to an audit for the 2017-18 school year. Actual revenues reached about $1.5 million more than budgeted, primarily because the earned income tax brought in more money. However, expenses hit $2.1 million more than the budget allotted. A payment of $1.3 million awarded to teachers and nearly $500,000 in insurance accounted for most of the increase. The district's fund balance fell $1.65 million from spending exceeding revenues from the year. The Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center renovations, improvements to lights and other equipment such as heating units and chillers, and hiring around 30 full and part-time workers for jobs not listed in the budget. Weatherly Borough Council discussed their recycling program at their December 17th meeting, which consists of 7 dumpsters placed at Urana Park. The popular program sometimes leaves bins so full that borough residents drop off items then placed outside the bins, leaving the wind to blow them throughout the park. It's been a challenge for the borough to change to a curbside recycling program because they don't get money from the recycling. The bins will be moved out of the park after the holidays. Coming up on WYLN News, more budget news and another place to turn in unused prescription meds. But first, before we go to break, a check on the forecast. Overnight, clear and a low of 28, then some clouds and some rain, and temperatures not sure where they want to be. Don't go away.
When was the last time someone pumped your gas, checked your oil, cleaned your windshield? At Craig's Tire and Auto Service Center, they believe in full service at the gas pump. Craig's also offers full computer diagnostic service, alignments, Pennsylvania state inspections including emissions, brakes, tires, anything you need to keep your car running perfectly. Let Craig's do the work for you like they have for over 50 years. Craig's Tire and Auto Service Center, 620 East Diamond Avenue in Hazleton.
Jay, I just wanted you to know when we purchase a dealership, we're facing some tax burdens. If we don't take some losses now, we're going to have to pay the IRS.
Okay, Jeff, if that's what we got to do, I'd rather give it to the customers than give it to the man. So now through the end of the month, all remaining inventory will be sacrificed. Discounts will never be bigger, rebates never larger. Don't miss this tax eliminator sale. I'm going to take the deal nobody else will even think about taking.
Don't forget about our $2,000 New Year's giveaway, now to the end of the month.
Well, there's $2,000 we can write off.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Tax and garbage increase for Packer Township in 2018. The Board of Supervisors voted to approve the budget for 2019. The new budget calls for about $100,000 to be spent on roads and $40,000 for a new park in Packer Township. Supervisors say all this will be done without a tax increase. The budget comes to just over $182,000. Supervisors say they will carry about $51,000 over from 2018 to 2019. Schuylkill County residents will not see a county tax increase in 2019. The county commissioners voted to approve the 2019 budget without a tax hike. The budget comes in at a little more than $146 million. Schuylkill County Administrator Gary Bender said it was a long effort to put together the spending package. The budget calls for almost $40 million in wages and benefits to employees. The real estate tax remaining at 15.98 mils. The per capita tax also remaining at $5. However, the revenues total just over $135 million, meaning the difference will come from the county fund. The county commissioners said this is happening due to unfunded mandates from the state and federal governments. Also, Schuylkill County residents have more places to drop off those unwanted and expired medications. 8 drug take-back boxes were given to police departments in Pottsville, Shenandoah, Minersville, Ashland, Pine Grove, Schuylkill Haven, and Butler Township. The Schuylkill County Courthouse also received a box that will be placed at the security entrance. The departments were selected because they're very active in collecting drugs during the National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day events. The American Red Cross building in West Hazleton is now for sale, but don't worry, the organization won't be leaving the area. They're only downsizing downtown at a better location where the costs are lower and no employees will be affected with the move. The new site will also hold blood drives, offer assistance to those who've suffered house fires, and distribute smoke alarms. The 7,000 square foot brick building at Susquehanna Boulevard and West 22nd Street has a 2-car garage and is listed for $269,000 through Pecora Realtor. Coming up on Tuscarora's News Choice, it's Wellness Wednesday, and the topic is arthritis. Stay with us.
Throughout the greater Hazleton area, I want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Oh, what fun it is to save during the Big Finish event. Come into All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram today. Experience holiday cheer with the new 2018 Ram 1500 Crew Cab with Ram Cargo Management. Save up to $11,750. Or lease a new Dodge Durango SXT all-wheel drive for just $279 a month for 36 months. And get 0% for 60 months plus $1,000 in bonus cash. Oh, what fun it is to save during the Big Finish event at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Wyln. It's Wednesday, which means it's Wellness Wednesday, thanks to our friends at Lehigh Valley Health Network. We are on location today at the Health and Wellness Center in Hazleton with Dr. Richard Canlis, who is here today to talk about arthritis. Now, Dr. Canlis, as this cold weather has been approaching and creeping up on us, it's already kind of shown itself. People with arthritis, like myself, are not huge fans. But we'll start simple. Tell us a little bit about arthritis in general.
Typically, there's 2 types of arthritises, either osteoarthritis, which is basically a wearing away of the articular cartilage on the end of the bone, or what's called rheumatoid arthritis. That's the lesser common of the 2, and that causes basically inflammation, and it can actually destroy the joint. So in regards to the osteoarthritis, which is the most common one, some of the simple things you can do are protective devices. Depending on the body part, we do have braces that will basically take the load off of that joint and allow relief of pain. Also, activity modification. Typically, for the weight-bearing joints, anything you can do to lessen that stress. So a lot of times we'll have you not do the high-impact activity and do the lower-impact activity. Along with the hip, knee, and ankle and foot, If you're overweight or any time you can lose weight, that's going to take a tremendous amount of stress off the joint. For every pound you take off, you unload 4 pounds of stress to that affected joint, so that can help you tremendously. Also, there are over-the-counter and prescription medicines that can control the pain, inflammation, swelling. We also utilize heat for spasm and stiffness, ice for inflammation, swelling, and pain. Physical therapy is huge with me. I like to get the individuals in to address any tight and unbalanced musculature that may be affecting this region. Final options are basically injections. The 2 typical are cortisone injections, and also there's what's called hyaluronic acid, which is currently only approved for osteoarthritis of the knee. It's basically a natural substance found in the knee joint fluid. It lubricates the joint and also adds cushioning. So that's an option. And then what's coming out now is the regenerative medicine, the prolotherapy, PRP, stem cell therapy. And what you're trying to do with that is basically, with these type of injections, it allows the body to naturally heal itself by bringing growth factors, healing factors, and what have you.
Now, that's a lot. Is there any tips that you can give us to avoid getting arthritis? Some early signs that are easier to almost manage?
Mm-hmm. Most of the time, the 2 most common things I see with arthritis are usually pain and inflammation, and oftentimes there'll be stiffness accompanying with it. As soon as you're born, you've started the process of the wear and tear, so to speak. So you're not going to necessarily be able to stop the arthritis, but you can slow the prevention. The analogy I give, if you think of a carpet in a walkway, typically what you'll find is that the middle wears out more than the outside. So that's kind of what we're trying to do with the osteoarthritis, is prevent the progression of that. And if you just listen to your body, that's where, if you're starting to have aches and pains and aren't going away with the typical rest and just some over-the-counter meds, that's when I would recommend you seek medical care to see if anything further needs to be done from imaging studies and treatment options.
Now, with all this cold weather, the saying that people can feel the weather coming on with their arthritis, are there any tips that you can give us to prevent more aches and pains throughout the cold weather?
Yeah, as I said, oftentimes the patients are better weather forecasters than the weather forecasters, just because since the joints are expected to move, that's where you get the stiffness, and the cold, damp weather usually makes arthritis worse. That's where a protective device like a knee sleeve, elbow sleeve, what that will do is basically the compression will help, and then the heat that it generates will increase blood flow, keep the joint moving, and prevent that stiffness, inflammation, and swelling.
All right. Well, thank you for talking with us today. Is there anything else that you can think of that you'd want to add about arthritis in general, about tips and prevention?
Yeah, I think if you just do the common sense things that I said, I think oftentimes with just a over-the-counter brace, medications, heat and ice initially, most people should be able to relieve their pain symptoms. If that doesn't seem to be helping at all, then I would recommend come in, and then we can talk about further treatment options like the physical therapy, the injection, specific bracing, etc.
All right. Well, remember to really listen to your body and get the help that you need if you need it. That's it for Wellness Wednesday here on Community and You. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
Northeast Pennsylvania. Scenic beauty, close-knit communities. We're neighbors helping neighbors. Lehigh Valley Health Network is bringing you leading-edge cancer treatment that's close to home. Robotic surgery for quicker recoveries. World-class heart care and access to top specialists. All from Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton and our 15 community locations. Neighbors caring for Greater Hazleton and beyond. Lehigh Valley Health Network.
Oh, what fun it is to save during the Big Finish event. Come into All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram today. Experience holiday cheer with the new 2018 Ram 1500 Crew Cab with Ram Cargo Management. Save up to $11,750. Or lease a new Dodge Durango SXT all-wheel drive for just $279 a month for 36 months. And get 0% for 60 months plus $1,000 in bonus cash. Oh, what fun it is to save during the Big Finish event at All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. Packages are available to fit anyone's budget, and there is a restaurant and catering on site. The facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor parties, private parties of any kind. Call 570-384-2314.
And a reminder for anyone that may need to stop in at one of PennDOT's driver's license centers, they will be closed this coming Tuesday. The centers will be closed in observance of the New Year holiday. Customers may still obtain a variety of driver and vehicle products and services, including all forms, publications, and driver training manuals online through PennDOT's Driver and Vehicle Services website. You'll find that at dmv.pa.gov. Now stay with us. That's the news. Remember, you can always get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page. But coming up next, a look at today's weather here on WYLN.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
Jay, I just wanted you to know when we purchase a dealership, we're facing some tax burdens. We don't take some losses now, we're going to have to pay the IRS.
Okay, Jeff, if that's what we got to do, I'd rather give it to the customers than give it to the man. So now through the end of the month, all remaining inventory will be sacrificed. Discounts will never be bigger, rebates never larger. Don't miss this tax eliminator sale. I'm going to take the deals nobody else will even think about taking.
Don't forget about our $2,000 New Year's giveaway, now to the end of the month.
Well, there's $2,000 we can write off.